Hey there, I'm Sheryl Goodwin Magiera, your go-to guide for life's messy and magical moments. As a farm girl turned single mom, I often wondered what life would look like after my kids were grown. Turns out, it was all about rediscovering and loving myself first. On this podcast, we'll dive into topics that touch the soul, like love, loss, triumphs, and setbacks. So grab your favorite drink and buckle up. Welcome to the Imperfectly Charming Podcast. Welcome to Imperfectly Charming, where we celebrate the joys of life and the simple remedies that make it all worthwhile. I'm Sheryl, and today's episode is titled, Laughter is the Best Medicine. Imagine the fresh, pine-scented air of the deep woods in Wisconsin, a rustic cabin by a serene lake, and the warm glow of a campfire under the stars. This setting has been the backdrop of our family's cherished summer tradition for many years. It's here that my family and I find our greatest joy, not through grand adventures or spectacular outings, but through the simple act of sharing laughter and creating memories together. Today, we'll explore the incredible benefits of laughter that extend beyond just good feelings, from relaxing your muscles to boosting your immune system. Join me as we recount tales from a cabin adventure, complete with hilarious campfire games and the kind of laughter that echoes through the woods, proving that sometimes the best medicine doesn't come from a bottle, but from moments spent with loved ones. Let's go. A few years ago, my family and I headed north for our yearly 4th of July tradition of spending time at my brother and sister-in-law's cabin in the deep woods of Wisconsin. We've been vacationing there for as long as I can remember, with the exception of a few years. It's a tradition my children never want to miss. They love it as much as I do. When I tell people we don't really go anywhere, they seem surprised. The best part of going to the cabin is really just hanging out together on the dock by day, in between water sports, and sitting around the campfire by night. Most of our conversations are filled with laughter, which is good for the soul. Actually, laughter is so beneficial for us. It relaxes your muscles and releases tension. It improves cardiac health by increasing your heart rate and oxygen level in the blood. It boosts the immune system for less stress and lowers the blood pressure that release endorphins. During our stay, there's always suggested games, usually for my daughter, and that year was no exception. We played a known campfire game to everyone but Richard, a family friend. So he was the lucky or not so lucky participant of the game. The player believes a story is being made up that their job is to figure out the plot by asking yes or no questions. In reality, they're creating the story themselves by how a question is asked. In the end, the story Richard thought we created included a possible murder occurred, during which nothing was stolen, and may or may not have had anything to do with a refrigerator. However, there were some naked bodies driving a snowmobile, names withheld, plus 3 male and 1 female moose that came along for the ride. We laughed so hard we howled. Richard was given an out a few times, but was determined to figure out the story that he, in fact, was making up without a clue. The next day, the neighbor came over on a paddleboard to ask about the noise the night before. She stated it sounded like someone was getting yelled at by several people. I guess we were pretty loud. I hope you're finding time to laugh and enjoy the silly things about life. Laughter is contagious. Next time you hear someone belly laughing, I dare you not to chuckle a little or break out in a smile. Laughter is the best medicine for my soul. I'm guessing for yours too. And as a side note, Richard was such a good sport. I'm pretty sure I would have lost patience much earlier in the game. As we wrap up today's episode, Laughter is the Best Medicine, I hope you've been reminded of the healing power of a good laugh and the value of creating moments that bring joy and lightheartedness into our lives. Whether it's a silly campfire game that goes hilariously off track or just sitting around joking with friends and family, laughter can truly be transformative. We talked about how laughter not only lifts our spirits, but also brings us a host of health benefits, from lowering blood pressure to improving cardiac health. So next time you find yourself caught up in the seriousness of life, remember the laughter shared at a cabin in the woods and give yourself permission to let go and laugh a little, or a lot. Thank you for joining me in celebrating the lighter side of life. Until next time, seek out those moments that make you laugh until you cry. Surround yourself with people who bring joy, and don't forget, laughter is contagious, so spread it around and watch as the world lights up around you. See you soon. If you loved this episode, you won't want to miss my free workbook, 7 Simple Ways to Elevate Your Life. Head over to the imperfectlycharming.com website to snag your copy. And hey, if this podcast resonated with you, do me a favor, like, share, and hit that subscribe button. And until we meet again, shine on, friends.